Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Dre, and today we're going to be talking about, should you start a side hustle? So I have 4 questions to ask yourself before you start. Okay, first question to ask yourself, are you really good at one thing or maybe multiple things? So if you want to start a side hustle, make sure it's something that you are not necessarily passionate about, but are really good at, because no one's going to pay you to do something if you're not really good at it. So if you're kind of good at it, maybe you're kind of dabbling in something, make sure you really hunker down and figure out, how do you get really good? How do you master that one thing? Whether it's, let's say, teaching people how to surf, or making bread, or crocheting, or accounting. Anything like that, make sure you're really good at it so that there is no reason why someone wouldn't purchase your item or service. Question number 2, are you willing to advertise for it? So not necessarily social media, although yes, you definitely will want to advertise it in that sort of a platform, but are you willing to talk about it? Are you willing to explain it to people that have no idea what you're talking about? Are you willing to have that elevator pitch so that you can really entice people, influence people to purchase, whether it's a service or a product? Are you willing to really talk about yourself and why you've created this product? Question number 3, are you willing to charge people for it? If it's not something that you feel comfortable enough to charge someone for it, then it can't be a side hustle. It would just be a hobby. So make sure that it is something that you're willing to charge for it. Understand the value of it, and when you understand the value of it, you understand that you can charge people for it. Whether it's a small or a larger amount of money, make sure that it is something that you can charge people for. And last but not least, and probably the most important, are you willing to spend an unlimited amount of time working on it? Whether it is working on it or in it, you have to be willing to have that extra time after your job, because obviously a side hustle is not your primary source of income. It is a side hustle. So is it something that you're willing to spend a ton of time? Not necessarily that you have to, but are you willing to? Are you willing to put in that time, spend 5, 6, 7 hours after those 8 hours you've worked at your job to really master it, understand the ins and outs, and build it from nothing? Is it something that you can stay up all night, wake up early for? So if you can't answer those questions as yeses, then maybe you need to go back to the drawing board and figure out, is it something that can be a side hustle? And really, is it something that you want it to be a side hustle? Or is it just a hobby? So make sure you ask those questions before you start your side hustle. So if you like this video, if you were able to answer these questions for yourself on side hustles, make sure to comment below. If you're starting a side hustle, would love to hear about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and catch us on the next video.